hairs on chin, weight gain, extreme mood swings, fatigue, painful irregular periods, hot flashes, and acne. It was ruining my life. So if you can relate to any of these, you most likely have hormonal imbalance. Welcome to the club. Come here, bring it in, sister. I'm so sorry we're in this situation, but I'm gonna help you today. I think that Happy Hormones saved my life because it also gave me enough of a break from my hormonal imbalance to get my life together. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Val. I'm a lifestyle influencer and content creator, and I love creating content for you. And today we're talking about a topic that I'm so passionate about, and that is hormonal imbalance. If you clicked on this video because of the title, you're here for a reason and you're meant to watch this video. I really believe in that. And so please stay till the end. If you're here for a reason, if you're here because you suspect that you might have hormonal imbalance, bestie, this video is for you. I have so many tips and tricks for you. I have managed to really get it under control in like 3 or 4 months that I've been doing this, and it's changed my life. I'm a whole new person, I can promise you that. So I really just want to help others out there because I know that I was going crazy. Like, hormonal imbalance is not a fun thing. But anyway, this video is going to be so helpful, so please stay till the end. I want this to be a very real chat. We're going to talk about some very real, some very personal things, but I just really want to help women out there because it's not fair, the stuff that we go through sometimes. I watched so many videos about hormonal imbalances and it helped me so much, but I have a few things that have just changed my life. And this video is going to be mainly about this brand and about this product specifically, Happy Hormones. This product is from a brand called Happy Healthy You, which is very, very fitting. And this product is called Happy Hormones, and it has truly changed my life. And so I really want to share it with others. But I want to tell you right now, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm selling you anything. Like, I want this video to be very real. So don't feel like you need to buy anything, but I'm just telling you this changed my life. And I'm gonna tell you why and how it's helped me. Yeah, that I was meant to find that brand. Like, I had been praying for an answer and it was delivered to me. In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the symptoms that I had, some very like personal symptoms, some symptoms that a lot of women have, and it's not normal. It's not normal, you guys. And women, listen to me. You do not have to live like this. It is not fair, and there are solutions, and I'm hopefully going to help you find that solution. We're going to talk about some of the things that I have been doing to combat my hormonal imbalance. As I said, it's been like 4 full months that I have been working on this so hard, and I have managed to completely change my life. I have notes, I'm coming with facts and receipts and everything. So let's get started. Okay, so first and foremost, let's go over a little history of my hormonal imbalance and what my life has been like growing up. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my puberty, just kind of when my hormonal imbalance started. And let's see if you guys can relate to me. It will resonate with you, which I'm sure it will. So it all started when I was around 12. So growing up, I was a normal child. I was a cute little girl. I was all good. And I was around 11 or 12 when I started breaking out. I started getting acne. That has been another thing that has bothered me my entire life. I started breaking out when I was around 11 or 12. I guess when I started kind of hitting puberty, I started to break out, and it just got progressively worse. And I've had acne my whole life. Now it's a bit better, but I still have acne. So there's something going on there for sure. Like, your skin is definitely a window to your internal health. These are things that your body's warning you and telling you, okay, there's something going on. And then I got my first period when I was like 13, and then my periods were always pretty painful. I mean, when I was younger, it wasn't too bad, but I've always had cramps. And my periods were pretty heavy. They weren't crazy, but they were pretty heavy. I've always had pretty bad mood swings, which I recently I did like a DNA health test, and it said that I was very prone, like genetically prone to mood swings. So there's that. The acne, the painful periods, irregular periods as well. I've always had pretty irregular periods. They're not insane, but they will be like a 45-day cycle. So like my period will be like sometimes like 15 days late. Not late per se, but it's just always like very off. Like even when you have those period apps on your phone, it never quite is able to track it because it's always off. And so that's an irregular period. So all of these things are pointing towards hormonal imbalance, but I grew up thinking that they were normal. That's just me. That's just how I am. Also PMSing, I would like crave a lot of junk food, like towards like like when I'm PMSing, I would crave a lot of junk food, a lot of sweets. I would just like literally crave food like a pregnant woman. Like it's crazy. I can't control myself. Really bad mood swings, really bad like anxiety and stress and stuff like that. Like I'm a wreck when I'm PMSing, which isn't super normal either. When I was like 17, I did go to a gynecologist, just like a regular checkup, and then I did do like an ultrasound, and they did say that I had micropolycystic ovaries. They gave me that diagnosis in Spanish, so I'm not sure if that's completely correct, but basically they said I had the beginning stages of polycystic ovaries, PCOS, which is very, very common nowadays. So many women have it and it's not great. PCOS sucks. Polycystic ovaries is where you might get like little cysts in your ovaries, and this can affect everything. It affects your hormones, it affects your periods, it could affect your fertility. It messes with your hormones so badly. So yeah, they said I had like the beginning stages of PCOS. It was like when I was 17. I'm 25 now, and I have never really gotten that checked up again. But yeah, let's fast forward. So in the past 3 years, it started getting worse. Everything just started getting so much worse. So much worse. So all of those symptoms that I mentioned, they got much worse. So my periods had been getting super painful. Like my PMSing was getting out of control. I would just be a monster when I was PMSing, which by the way, please don't blame the women in your life, or don't blame yourselves. Like these are things that we honestly can't control. Like it sucks. We're going through pain. Our hormones are going crazy. Like don't be too hard on yourself. I would be a monster when I was PMSing. My periods would be so painful. I remember there were a few recent ones that were unbelievably painful, like a 10 out of 10. Well, I'm never going to say a 10 out of 10 until I have children. I'm reserving the 10 out of 10 for childbirth. I'll say like an 8.5, almost 9 out of 10, where I was like, I'm gonna physically throw up because it's so painful. Let me tell you about some new symptoms that appeared that were driving me insane. That was really my last straw. I was like, I need to fix this immediately. So in the past 3 years, I started getting little hairs on my chin. This is a very common symptom of PCOS. So I've pulled up here my Google search of PCOS. Let me tell you a little bit about what it is. Polycystic ovary syndrome is a condition in which the ovaries produce an abnormal amount of androgens, which is the male sex hormones that are usually present in women in small amounts. The name polycystic ovary syndrome describes the numerous small cysts that form in the ovaries. So it is to do a lot with male hormone. And so it's common for women with PCOS to develop like little hairs on their chin, like facial hair, stuff like that. Depending on the level of PCOS, this is why sometimes you'll see women with like literally like full-on beards. It sucks. It is this hormone imbalance. And so I was getting like little hairs on my chin. It was driving me insane. I was like, and it was getting worse and worse. You know, at first it's like a few, it's like, okay, whatever. Like so many women have it, right? So, but then it was getting like worse and worse. Like I was getting more and more, and I was like, this is not a good sign. I really try to take care of myself and look after my health. And so any little things that come up, I always pay attention to them and I think, why is this happening? I was also even getting cramps sometimes kind of like in the middle of my cycle, which was not normal for me before. You know what I mean? I was getting kind of cramps like in the middle, like I would never know. I would be like, am I gonna get my period now? Like kind of like randomly in the middle of my cycle, because I would get cramps, and that is not a good indication. That means there's something going on. I do want to disclose that I did not go to the doctor during this whole time. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just like that. I honestly like to always go the natural route if possible. And so no, I did not go to the doctor. I'm not saying you should do that. If you feel like you really need help, go to the doctor, but I'm just like this. I like to do research on my own, and I did let it go on for way too long. That was not a good thing. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, I did not go get checked or anything, but I do really suspect that I was starting to get like cysts in my ovaries because it was getting painful. I was getting cramps like randomly, so that's not a good thing. And then yeah, the little hairs on my chin. I also developed you guys, ladies, I started getting hot flashes. I'm 25. I just turned 25. It could be winter. I could be in the snow, and out of nowhere I can get very hot, and that's hot flashes, basically what menopausal women will get, especially in the middle of the night sometimes. Especially when I was PMSing, there were a few instances where I would wake up drenched in sweat, and I would have to wake my boyfriend up and be like, I'm dying, like I feel like I'm gonna have a heat stroke, it's so hot in here. I would get mad, I would get grumpy, I'd be like, did you like turn down the aircon, like what's going on, open a window. I was dying, and this is not normal. So all of these things started telling me like there's something very serious going on. You need to start fixing it, otherwise it's going to get worse and worse. So if you have the symptom, there's something going on. By the way, ladies, I know I'm like talking a lot about my history, but this is why I really want to get into my history, because I think you are going to be able to relate a lot, and I really want you to listen to all of my symptoms so that then we can go over some tips for each thing. So please listen to everything I have to say. I hope I'm not boring you with all of my personal problems. Another very important symptom that I had was weight gain. So my whole life, I had pretty fast metabolism. I was always like a pretty thin kid growing up. I wasn't super skinny, but I also was never quite overweight. I had a pretty fast metabolism growing up. Like I would even eat so much junk food sometimes. I'm a little bit of a binge eater sometimes. I have that tendency, and I would be fine. I wouldn't really gain weight. Then puberty hit, and I would still, I did have a lot of things going on. I did have an eating disorder when I was a teenager. I've just, like any other person, I've had a lot going on. So maybe that eating disorder did also mess my hormones up even more. But anyway, but as you can imagine, since I had an eating disorder, I was quite skinny. In the past 5 years, I have been getting a lot of weight fluctuations. So I would, like depending on stress and like where I was in life, I would just kind of binge eat and stuff. But as I said, I always did have kind of a fast metabolism. I noticed a difference. Like there would be times where it was super hard to lose weight, and there were times where it was so much easier. And again, I've had like a few episodes in my life where it was like I gained a lot of weight and I was really unhappy. Recently, last like 2 years, I gained a lot of weight, and I was having a really hard time losing it. I was trying to lose weight. I was like working out. I was trying to eat healthier. And usually when I'm doing well, when my metabolism is at its peak, if I just ate well and exercised for a week, I would notice a difference. I noticed that my metabolism slowed down a lot. So I was like, okay, this is all getting tied in and it's not good. I was getting extreme mood swings. I've always had mood swings. As I said, I am prone to mood swings. Always been like that, but it was definitely worse when I was a teenager. So again, I'm just really like a lot of light bulbs went on. I was like, wow, everything is coming together and I'm understanding. But as a teenager, my mental health was not the best, and my mood swings were at an all-time high. And then these past 3 years were kind of like the worst of the worst, and where I really was like, I need to make changes in my life. And my mood swings were insane. Like it was really hard. It was not something that I could control. I try really hard, I would try meditating, and I would try doing yoga. I would try all these things, but when you have like something going on in your body that is not allowing you to be better, there's not much you can do. You're fighting at really bad odds. So this is why hormonal imbalance is not fun. It doesn't matter how hard you try, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't fix your hormones. I've had episodes where I have really bad fatigue. In general, I have been a very low energy person, and again, I think it's to do with my hormones. I've always been like this since puberty, but especially I'll have episodes where I'm exhausted. I could sleep all night. I could sleep 20 hours straight, and I'm just exhausted. I literally can't get out of bed, and it has to do with hormones. Another really personal, really annoying symptom that I developed was very strong body odor. And this started, I want to say maybe like 2 years ago. I started noticing it. It would come and go, but mainly, I just started developing like really strong body odor, and I was like, why? Like, what is going on? No matter what I tried. And obviously, like, I have very, very good hygiene. Like, I really take care of myself. And my sense of smell is really strong too. So I was driving myself insane. My sense of smell is super strong, and I love perfume. I love things that smell nice, and this was driving me insane, and I was like, I need to do something about it. But yeah, I would just really strong body odor, like, and I would start sweating out of nowhere too. Like if I would just everything would stress me out, and like anything, literally anything. Like you would say anything to me that would stress me out a little bit, and I would start sweating. and I had strong body odor, so it would drive me insane, and it was like a vicious cycle. And I tried everything. Like, I would be showering all day. I would be like, I tried everything. I tried different deodorants, but nothing was working. And I do really think it had to do with my hormones. So let's go through everything again. Strong body odor, hairs on chin, weight gain, extreme mood swings, fatigue, painful irregular periods, hot flashes, and acne prone skin, and really bad PMSing. So like 9 major really bad. Oh wait, did I put weight gain? Yeah, I did. So like 9 major really bad symptoms that were ruining my life. Like truly, like this is not a little like, oh, you know, this was bothering me. This was ruining my life. So if you can relate to any of these, you most likely have hormonal imbalance. Welcome to the club. Come here, bring it in, sister. I'm so sorry we're in this situation, but I'm gonna help you today. So everybody's so different, and you might experience hormonal imbalance differently than I did. But I mean, all of the symptoms that I have, if you Google it or if you just have common sense, you'll know that this really is tied to hormonal imbalance. But I just pulled up some from a Google search, some of the common symptoms, and let's go over them really quickly and see if you have any of these. And I have most of these as well, or had. So weight gain, a hump of fat between the shoulders. I personally don't have that. I think you might have that if you have a very advanced case. Unexplained and sometimes sudden weight loss. I had that sometimes. I guess that was when my metabolism was great. Fatigue, muscle weakness, muscle aches, tenderness and stiffness, pain, stiffness or swelling in your joints, increased or decreased heart rate, sweating. There we go. Increased sensitivity to cold or heat, constipation or more frequent bowel movements, frequent urination, increased thirst, increased hunger, decreased sex drive, depression, nervousness, anxiety or irritability, blurred vision, infertility, thinning hair or fine brittle hair, dry skin, puffy face, rounded face, purple or pink stretch marks. So those are some of the common symptoms, and I had most of them, and now I'm realizing like you guys see everything that I told you, everything is so tied together. So like the depression, like the mental health issues that I had, the really bad anxiety that I get, I still need to deal with that. I still get a lot of that. The irritability, which is in me, it manifested a lot as like mood swings and like just being cranky, increased sensitivity to cold or heat. I'm like that a lot, sweating, all of that. I had all of that. But I was getting a very puffy face, and I talk about this a lot on my Instagram. Go follow me. This is my Instagram. I do deal with a lot of inflammation in my body, especially my face. I will wake up with a very puffy face sometimes, and I'll just think like, did I just gain weight or whatever? But it's really just my face being really puffy, and I do have a trick for that has been helping me so much, and we will talk about it. But that is a thing that happens. Now let's quickly talk about some causes of hormonal imbalance, and this is according to Healthline. That's what I'm reading right now. But some of the causes could be hormone therapy, medications, cancer treatments, tumors, pituitary tumors, eating disorders, stress, injury or trauma, menopause, primary ovarian insufficiency, like premature menopause, pregnancy, breastfeeding, PCOS, and hormone drugs such as birth control pills. So literally everything and anything can give us hormone imbalance. Being a woman is just tough, and we just need to always help each other, give each other tips, and be open about these things. I think most of us have so many things that we deal with, and if we're just open with each other, we'll be able to feel more accepted and relate more, and that's what I want to do. Then birth control. Every woman that I know is on birth control. I personally was never on it because I just really think that the side effects are much worse than the benefits, and there are other ways for birth control. Birth control pills I don't agree with, and it is because it messes with your hormones so badly. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. To each their own. But if you have hormonal imbalance, that sucks. So now let's talk about some of the things that I have done that have saved my life. I am a whole new person. As I said, it's been like 4 months that I have been working on so hard on myself and on fixing this. When you focus on something and you put all your effort in, you will get a solution. And that is where I'm at right now. And sometimes just manifesting a solution will help, because I truly manifested this brand talking to me. They actually reached out to me. I worked with them before, and they sent me their products, and I was like, I'll just give it a try. I don't think it's gonna, because I had tried so many things and I was like, I don't think it's gonna work, but I'll give it a try. Why not? I have nothing to lose. and it changed my life forever. So now let's get into my savior, happy hormones. As I said, I really did manifest this little baby right here. I had been dealing with all these symptoms and it was literally ruining my life. And I was praying every single day, God, universe, send me something, like send me an answer, send me help, please. And I tried it, and literally within 2 days, most of my symptoms were either gone or getting so much better. And I was like, I emailed the owner and I was like, I love you. Thank you so much. Like, I'm literally gonna cry. Like, it has saved my life. Like, truly, I was not myself for years. It's really tough. Dealing with hormonal imbalance is really, really tough. I think you guys can, even if you don't have it, if you heard all of those symptoms, it freaking sucks. So yeah, this changed my life. So we're gonna go through what's in here. Very quickly, I wanna give you guys a disclaimer. So I recommend this to so many women, and a lot of the times they are a little bit scared because it says happy hormones and they really think that there are hormones in this. There are no hormones. This is 100% natural. This is really based mostly on like traditional ancient medicine like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine, because a lot of these ingredients are used in traditional Chinese medicine and have been for thousands of years. And that's why I do like to go the natural route, because it's just, you're addressing the root cause, right? Because otherwise, if you like use pharmaceuticals and stuff like that, it might help with some symptoms, but you're just putting a band-aid on it and you're not actually addressing the root cause. Actually, the first day I took it, I remember took like 2 in the morning and then I took 2 at night, and I was feeling already like better. Like, I don't know, I was in such a good mood, but I was like, maybe it's a placebo. And that day I remember we went to my boyfriend's parents' house, and their house, I love their house, but it is so hot. Even in winter, like their house is just always so hot. I end up like sweating. And as I said, I was having hot flashes. So I always kind of dreaded going there because I knew I was gonna friggin' die. I had taken my 4 capsules that day, and I just had the most amazing day. I was in a great mood. I had no hot flashes that day. That was the first time I ever took it, and I just felt great. I was just great. I was chilling. I was like, is this what it feels like to be normal? Like, my body temperature was normal. And like, I was like, what? I wasn't hot. I wasn't sweating, and I was wearing a long sleeve, and I was like, I wasn't stinky that day at all. I had like no body odor, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, maybe it's just placebo, maybe it was just a one-time thing, but I obviously continued taking it every single day because I was like, this is amazing. And I was just praying, please continue to work for me. And it has it has to this day continued to work so well for me. So some changes that I noticed with happy hormones right away was that so my hot flashes went away almost immediately, and they haven't come back. I'm like fine most of the time. I'm not running super hot most of the time. Like, I'm fine. My body odor did get much better. I'm not as sweaty all the time anymore. The mood swings, that is one of the things that I noticed the most with this, is that I'm in a great mood all the time now, you guys. And this isn't a fluke. This isn't like placebo, because it's been 4 months now that I've been taking this, and that I just feel friggin' great all the time. Truly, I just feel great all the time. And like, I'm a happy person. I'm a very positive person. And I'm like, I've always been like this. Like, I'm cheerful and I'm happy and I'm positive. However, most of my life since puberty, because I've had such bad mood swings, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Because I've had such bad mood swings, I tended to be such a cranky person a lot of the times, and a very irritable person. Like, things would just drive me insane. Like, the smallest thing would send me over the edge. Just anything would piss me off so badly. And I would tell myself like, oh my God, why are you so cranky? I couldn't help myself. Like, I really couldn't. It was just, these mood swings were so bad. But to the core, and for my personality, I'm actually a very happy person. And in these past 4 months that I've fixed my hormones, I've been able to be myself. Like, things rarely bother me anymore. Things that would have drove me insane before don't really bother me anymore. Like, I'm really like snappy and like going crazy. So my mood swings are gone for the most part, and that in itself has been absolutely life-changing. This is the real me and I love to see it. Let's go through some very quick other symptoms that it's helped me with. So the hairs on the chin, do we remember those? Those were ruining my life. Those were truly driving me insane. As I said, within the 2 first days that I started taking the supplement, I noticed such a huge change that I was like, this can't be placebo. The hairs on my chin slowed down so much, even just within the 2 first days, because as I said, they were getting worse and worse, just growing very quickly. Like that was the concerning part. It was just growing so quickly. Like my body was definitely going crazy. I would pluck them in the morning and then by nighttime they were back. And it's like, how are you doing? Like this isn't even, is this even possible? In the first 2 days already of taking this, the hairs were growing so much slower to the point where I was like, are they gone? Plot twist, they're not completely gone. I still get them, much less hairs, and they also grow much slower. So that for me has been a huge improvement. My fatigue, so I want to say the first month of taking this was incredible. Like my energy was so high. I literally was like, I even have like stories on my Instagram and stuff where I was like just like cooking and cleaning and doing yoga, waking up super early, which I could never do before, but I was waking up early and I had all this energy and I just felt great and I felt amazing. And I was like, it was just amazing. For like the first month, it was amazing. Like I just had all the motivation in the world. And that's another thing that I say. I think that Happy Hormones saved my life because it also gave me enough of a break from my hormonal imbalance to get my life together. Like I truly believe that, because I was really like, I had no motivation. I was working hard, but just everything, I hated everything. I hated life, to be honest. And it was making me really depressed that I just hated everything. I felt horrible in my body. I felt uncomfortable. And this gave me enough of a break for me to literally be able to get my life together, to start doing yoga, to get a little morning routine, which I hadn't been able to do in like 3 years. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna get to one of my favorite things. I'm just going through all of the symptoms and telling you how it helped me with pretty much every single one, which I think is really important for you to note. It also helped my skin. My skin, even now, right now, I'm literally about to get my period, like anytime right now. I'm about to get my period, so I have been breaking out. And as I said, I've always had acne. I don't expect it to go away, whatever, I just live with it. But it has gotten much better. As you can see, I'm wearing just like a tiny bit of makeup and my skin looks really good. Like overall, it's just very glowy and healthy. And my acne has gotten better. My PMS, I don't PMS that much anymore. The first period that I had, I guess I hadn't been taking the supplement for long enough, and that one was still a normal period. It was still very painful. I still had a lot of PMS. But then the second period, you guys aren't gonna believe this, but I, for the first time in my whole entire life, had a painless period. Yeah, yes, you heard me right. And I'm sure a lot of you girls aren't gonna believe me. You're gonna be like, you're lying. I'm not lying, I swear to God. I had a painless period. I couldn't believe it. It came right on time, as my app would have predicted. It came actually 1 day early. That had never happened in my like 12 years of getting periods. I barely PMS too. I wasn't really craving anything. I wasn't really like feeling super hungry, and I wasn't really PMSing. I wasn't really cranky. I was like in a great mood. So that's why I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get my period. But then it just came, and then it was very light. It was a very light period. It wasn't super heavy, and I didn't get cramps at all. At all. The first day that it came, I thought, okay, maybe it hasn't like quite hit me yet, maybe, because it's usually the first 2 days that are horrible cramps and then I'm fine. But for sure, I always have really bad cramps the first 2 days, and it didn't hit me that first day, and I was like, okay, maybe this is like not quite my period yet. But then the next day came and no cramps at all, and then the next, and I was like fine, and I just like, my period went by. It was a breeze. It was fantastic. It was super nice. I felt great. I went on with my life. But that to me really told me, like, my body was saying thank you, we're doing good, we're on the right path here. I couldn't believe it. In 12 years of painful periods, and I got my first painless period. That was insane. And now we'll move on to my weight loss. So I have been trying to lose weight for the past 3 years, and I just couldn't shake off the weight as well. And then ever since I've been fixing my hormones, I've just been losing weight easily and effortlessly. Like, yeah, I have been working out more, but I don't work out a ton. And I do try to eat healthy where I can. But to be honest, at first when I started, I was like, I'm gonna eat so healthy. I'm gonna eat so healthy. But I have kind of been introducing little things here and there, and I kind of have been eating whatever I want lately, not gonna lie. And I've still been like my weight is great. I haven't been gaining weight. I just feel fantastic. Your diet is super important, so I am going to try to eat as healthy as possible and get all the nutrients that I need. But yeah, I've been able to lose weight. I've been super happy and just in a good mood. Painless periods, no more heat strokes in the middle of the night. It's just been life-changing. Like, I literally cannot stress this enough. Like, if you don't go and get a bottle of these. So let's quickly get into what are the ingredients of Happy Hormones. It has wild yam, which improves progesterone production and it's anti-inflammatory. It has sage, which is for PMS, for menopause and anti-inflammatory. Licorice, which is good for adrenal health, stress and anti-inflammatory. Red clover, which is for PMS, menopause and bone health. Black cohosh, which regulates HPA axis. I'm not really sure what that means, but it does something. It helps with menopause, PMS, and reduces inflammation. Chaste tree, it helps with PMS, fibroids, fertility, acne, and endometriosis. And dong quai, which helps with insulin resistance, menopause, PMS, and reduces inflammation. So as you can see, it has a lot of natural ingredients. They're all natural herbs, things that have been used in traditional medicine for thousands and thousands of years. And they're all put nicely into an amazing little formula. And a lot of these, as you might have noticed, help with PMS and with menopause. So it really helps with your female reproductive system. This is just amazing. And so this is amazing for all ranges. I would say this is amazing for teenagers. I would personally, like, when I have a daughter, I would personally want her to take this when she hits puberty to make sure that her hormones are balanced and everything, because like that is a time that is so crucial and where your hormones are going crazy and where most likely if you don't fix it, it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. And this is also amazing, as we read, you can get hormonal imbalance from even just like pregnancy and breastfeeding because your hormones are going crazy. So like after pregnancy, this would be amazing. This is not recommended during pregnancy. So if you're pregnant, please don't take this. But after pregnancy, I'm sure this is absolutely amazing. And for women with menopause. So it's good for all of us women, like all of us. This is, I think, very specifically made for women with menopause as well. So, I mean, it helped my hot flashes, sis. You do not need to be going through that. Yeah, I will put the link down below. You can go and click on that. It is an affiliate link, and I will leave you my discount code so you guys can get a nice discount as well. But like literally, I don't even need you to use my discount code. I just want you to try it. But I will leave it down below so you can check out the ingredients and everything. And then let me talk about a few other supplements from Happy Healthy You that I will have to really recommend to you as well. So another supplement, because it hasn't only been Happy Hormones, I will attribute most of my healing to Happy Hormones, but there have been other things that I have taken from Happy Healthy You that I do think have helped a ton. So I've also been taking Happy Liver and Happy DIM. Excuse my doggies, they wanted to come and be in the video as well. But when I talked to Jeff is the founder and the owner of Happy Healthy You. He's amazing. He's a naturopath and he's the one who just has so much knowledge about all these things. I told him a little bit about my situation and what I was experiencing, and he sent me a bunch of these supplements, and so I tried them because of him. But I have continued to purchase these on my own. I have already gone through like 2 bottles of these and just life-changing. But anyway, he did send me Happy DIM. And he did send me Happy Liver as well. And he explained that your liver is so important when it comes to regulating your hormones. I think that a lot of the time we don't understand how everything is correlated. But everything in your body is correlated. Everything has to do with everything. And so don't take it for granted. Sometimes when a naturopath or a doctor will tell you, you know, oh, you need to take care of your liver or whatever, and you're like, what the hell does that have to do with my hormones? At least that's how I was thinking. It has a lot to do. It has a lot to do with it. Because he recommended Happy Liver, and I was like, I'll just take it, but I don't think it's really going to do anything. And then I started to really read about it, and it's so vital for hormone clearance. So let me read to you a little bit from Google. The liver regulates the balance of sex hormones, thyroid hormones, cortisol, and other adrenal hormones. It transforms or removes any excess from the body. If the liver cannot do this properly, there is risk of emotional imbalances. Now, I think that Jeff explained to me that he thinks that I have poor hormone clearance, where like my body just doesn't do a very good job by itself. And I do think that it has to do, like the liver also has to do a lot with acne a lot of the time. So I think that it's a lot to do with my liver. So this has been super helpful for me to take together with Happy Hormones. And this really is just a proprietary blend of solar plast, I'm not sure what that is, artichoke leaf, dandelion leaf, and milk thistle seed. So it's also like all natural. Everything from them is all natural. And I've just noticed a huge difference. Like everything together has just changed my life, as I said. And then Happy DIM, let me read to you what DIM does. So DIM supplements appear to help adjust the hormone estrogen. A few clinical trials have shown that it supports healthy estrogen levels, lowering the risk of certain cancers and diseases like lupus that are linked to estrogen. So yeah, it helps also balance out your hormones. So all of these things together are absolutely amazing for what we're looking for, which is balancing out your hormones. They have a bunch of amazing supplements and products. Check them out for all different kinds of needs. They also sent me Happy Shape that I have been taking. And this one is kind of like, it's a vegan plant-based protein powder basically, so it's going to help you get enough protein in your diet, and it's also a healthy meal replacement. This one's Happy Sleep. I haven't even tried it. It's still sealed, but I'm just showing you that they have a bunch of stuff. And this one is it's a sleep formula for occasional sleeplessness, and it just has L-theanine, I don't know if GABA, like gamma aminobutyric acid or whatever, philodendron root powder. Okay, anyway, whatever. It's like a sleep formula or whatever. It has melatonin, it has 5-HTP, all of the things that you need to regulate your sleep cycle. So this is amazing. I haven't been having too much of an issue with sleep lately, but when winter, like peak winter hits, I think I'm gonna definitely try this. But yeah, you guys, like it's just been life-changing for me. And I just, if you like, please, women, listen to me, please just try this. I've been telling so many women about this. I'm actually gonna insert a screenshot of one of my friends that she asked me, she saw that I was posting a lot about Happy Hormones, and she asked me for some advice. I told her, get it, try it out. And she just gave me this feedback. She said she's feeling so much better. Her mood is so much better. So I highly recommend this. You could get the smaller bottle. I think there's a smaller bottle. It's just 60 capsules, and try that. You have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? You have nothing to lose. Try it out. See how you feel. Hopefully, if you really have a hormone imbalance and you have a lot of the symptoms that I have, hopefully you'll see amazing results like me, because I honestly just cannot recommend this enough. This has changed my life, and I can't say that enough. Let me show you what the capsules look like. They look like this. They are a tiny bit big. They're not massive, but they are a little bit big. But it is what it is, sis. You just gotta put up with it and just take them. And you're supposed to take 4 a day. So I take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. But let me tell you a very quick little tip about Happy Hormones. So I will say that I do find that 4 capsules is a little bit strong. When I started, 4 capsules were what made all the difference. So start with 4 capsules. Start for like the whole week, and then you can go down a little bit. You could go down to like 3 capsules or even 2 capsules for maintenance later on, and you'll see with your symptoms. If you feel like your symptoms are kind of coming back, then just take a little bit more. Take the 4 full capsules, or if you feel like you're doing great, then just take 2. Most of the time, I honestly just take 2 for maintenance, 2 in the morning, and I take it first thing in the morning so that I have the effect the whole day, and it has helped so much. And then a lot of the times I'll take 2 in the morning and 1 at night, and very rarely I'll take 4. And I'll just do that when I'm like PMSing, when it's like leading up to my period. I'll take 4 for sure, because I know that my hormones are really needing it the most. If you ladies are interested in purchasing some Happy Hormones, whether for yourself or for your teenage daughter or for your mom, your grandma, I'm gonna try to send some to my mom. It's just that she lives in another country and it's kind of hard, but I'm gonna try to send some to her because I know she's gonna really appreciate this. If you want to buy some, you can use my discount code for a nice little discount, and then I'll also leave the link down below. It is an affiliate link, so I would get commission from that or whatever, but it at no cost to you. But as I said, I really don't want you to feel like I'm selling anything to you. Like, I'm genuinely recommending this. It has changed my life for real. So you don't even have to use my code. Just try it, please. But I want to show you guys a few other tips that I have for hormone imbalance, some things I have been doing that have helped me so much. One of my amazing tips is turmeric. So remember I told you guys I have a tip for like depuffing your face. Turmeric is the tip. Turmeric is the best when it comes to inflammation. It has been used for thousands and thousands of years. It is absolutely amazing, and it's so easy to take. You could take it raw if you'd like. You could make, I don't know, like a juice, with turmeric or whatever. I used to make a lot of green juices and I used to put a lot of turmeric in it, so that would help a lot. But I just find that capsules are really the easiest way to do it for me personally, because turmeric can stain your teeth a lot. It's just a mess, especially if you're gonna try to like cut it and raw and stuff. It's a mess. So capsules are the best. But I will say I was taking this for the longest time. Like, look at this huge jar of them, and I was taking it for the longest time and it wasn't doing anything for me, and I was like, why? Turmeric is amazing. And then someone reminded me that you should really take your turmeric with black pepper because that's going to enhance the absorption of it. Without the black pepper, it's not going to be absorbed nearly as much as you would if you took it with black pepper. Unfortunately, this one that I bought does not have black pepper in it, which is so dumb, but there are tons out there that you can buy that already have black pepper in it. So always make sure to buy it with that. So what I started doing was I would take 2 to 4 capsules a day, which is quite a lot, but when I felt like I needed it, I would take, like 4, especially during my period, or if I'm super puffy, I'll take 4 or even more capsules. Like, I'll take as many as I can, and then I'll just literally take a pinch of like black pepper and eat it. I don't love it. It's definitely better to buy it with the black pepper in it because the black pepper makes you feel all warm and tingly and horrible. I don't like it. My hot tip number 2, which honestly could be number 1, this is one of my biggest tips that has absolutely changed my life too, has been spearmint leaf tea. I actually found out about this through TikTok. So TikTok is not all bad. I do see a lot of tips on there and sometimes they do help so much. And this is one of them. I tried it out because it's just tea and I was like, what could go wrong? You can buy this on Amazon and this has been life-changing. I notice a difference when I take it. It decreases the male hormones and increases the female hormones. One of my hottest tips for hormone imbalance has been spearmint tea. So I found out about this on TikTok. So TikTok is not all bad. I've actually found a lot of very useful tips on there. And I have been taking this pretty much since I started taking this. So it's hard to fully pinpoint exactly what it's helped with. I think it's just helped amazingly in conjunction with these products. But I have noticed a huge difference and I'll tell you why. But anyway, let's read a little bit about the benefits of spearmint tea because it's so easy to find. It's on Amazon, it's super cheap, and it's a great way to balance out your hormones. Who would have thought that just even a tea can help so much? Natural medicine is amazing, and these things have been used for thousands of years for a reason. But let's read a little bit about it. So for women with hormone imbalances, spearmint tea may provide relief. Studies in women have shown that it can decrease male hormones like testosterone while increasing female hormones necessary for ovulation. So it is recommended to take 2 cups of this tea a day to see results, and that's what I try to do. And I've noticed that when I drink this, it almost instantly cools me down. So as I said, I run hot. And even to this day, I don't really get hot flashes. But I do sometimes just start to feel a little bit like hot, like my internal heat starts to go up a little bit. And as soon as I drink this hot, obviously, but even though it's hot tea, it just really cools me down internally. So I've noticed that a lot, and yeah, it helps decrease the male hormones, which is super important. So that is a hot tip. Get yourself some spearmint tea. But yeah, you guys, that is pretty much the end of it. I think I gave you guys a lot of insight into my symptoms and some of my tips. And yeah, you guys, I mean, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you ladies were able to relate to my story a lot. I'm sure if you clicked on this video, it's for a reason, and I'm sure you were able to relate a lot to what I said. And I'm sorry that you're going through this. Like, genuinely, I want to just take a moment to tell you that you're beautiful, you're amazing, and I'm sorry that you're going through this and it's not fair and it sucks, but it's not the real you. As I said, like, these hormones are just ruining your life, they're controlling you, but it's not the real you. And as soon as we get this under control, you're gonna be back to your usual self. I promise you. Remember, you guys, you can use the code VAL20 to get 20% off your order, which is so helpful, especially because I know you're gonna be ordering a lot of these. And yeah, you guys, the link is down below and you guys can order it from there. And I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below. Ask me anything. I'm always happy to help. I know that this is a hard topic and I know it can be very difficult, but we are here for each other, and there's a whole community for PCOS girls and for hormonal imbalance. I promise. Welcome, welcome. Come in. Let's solve this together. Let's work on it together. I wouldn't say that I'm 100% fixed, but I feel the best that I've felt in forever. Ever in my life. I don't know. I just feel really like myself and I feel amazing, and I want you guys to be able to feel amazing too. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And another quick tip is definitely work on your mental health a lot. I know that sometimes if you have hormonal imbalance, if like it doesn't allow you to be able to work on those things, but as soon as you get a little break, as soon as you start taking the happy hormones and you get a little break, make a little morning routine like I have. Make sure you meditate or you pray every morning, you journal, you write down the things that you want to do, that you want to work on, and you really work on your mental health. Do a little bit of yoga, exercise. Make sure you are being kind to yourself and to your body, because that's a really important part of healing. But yeah, anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much to Happy Hormones for sponsoring this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you want to see another video, like ask me down below. I would love to help you guys out, and I hope you enjoyed this, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. Let's be best friends there. I post all the time. I post all my stories, and you guys can also reach out to me easier there. And make sure you follow Happy Healthy You as well. This is their US page, and this is their original Australian page. They are an Australian company. And thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay balanced in your hormones, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.